The Mobile County Public Schools presents Homeroom.
Hi, and welcome to Homeroom, where we introduce you to the educators and the students who make Mobile County Public Schools the best school system in the country. I'm your host, Renee Phillips, and today we're talking about our magnet schools. You've probably heard of our magnet school program. It's a phenomenal program. We have 3 elementary magnet schools, 4 middle schools, and we're introducing a new one, the Barton Academy for Advanced World Studies, opening in August. For today's show, we're going to learn about our elementary magnet schools. So joining us, I have the principals of those schools. I have Hattie Alexander, principal of Council Traditional School, Michelle Adams, principal of Eichhold Mertz School of Math, Science, and Technology, and Christy Norris, the principal of the Old Shell Road School for Creative and Performing Arts. Hi, ladies.
Hi, how you doing?
And so first, the question we get all the time is, what is a magnet school?
A magnet school is a public school that is advanced to as far as the curriculum is concerned. We offer a little bit more. We offer a little lanyard for those people who are looking for more for their children, whether it be academics, whether it be creative and performing arts. So we're looking for families who are interested in excelling and achieving at higher rates and speeds of learning.
Magnet schools offer a lot of rigor in their programs in preparation for some of the advanced secondary programs that we offer in the district. And magnet schools also offer family atmosphere where parents work along with teachers and staff and community to make sure that children are successful.
The whole idea of a magnet school is the fact that it attracts students from all over the county for various reasons, such as at my school, we offer an arts curriculum. And so students who are interested in the arts may choose to come to Old Shell Road. And it's also a wonderful opportunity to experience diversity. So it offers children various experiences.
And what I love about them is it's that diversity in the student populations as well as that diversity in the content that they're learning. So represented just with the 3 of you, we've got our math and science, we've got our international baccalaureate, and we've got our arts. So what kind of student should apply for a magnet school?
Students that should apply for magnet school are those students that are looking for excitement, looking for a challenge in their academic courses, want to do something besides the foundational courses. They want to be involved with a foreign language. They want to be involved with not only academics, but many of the clubs and activities that we have in the magnet schools.
And
we at Old Shell Road are looking for students who persevere. We're looking for students who love learning and who want to have fun and who enjoy the arts.
We're looking for inquisitive, hardworking, dedicated to learning, and students who aren't afraid to fail and try harder the next time. Students who are excited about wanting to know why. That's what we're looking for.
And there are academic requirements, correct? And one thing that I do like about the magnet schools is you can take students from where they are and you're going to bring them up, but there are some requirements grade-wise, correct?
Definitely. Our minimum average is a 70, which is a C throughout the district. And that is in all academic areas, not just specific areas. But you're looking for students who are able to not struggle, but to maintain and to adjust their speed and their rate of performance as necessary.
And we also offer, for those students that want to meet those goals, but maybe have a challenge in certain areas, we offer, at Council, we offer tutoring for those students to make sure that they keep those grades where they want to. So even starting tomorrow, we will begin our virtual tutoring program. And so we want kids who want to learn, and we'll help them.
And that's the whole philosophy, is you want them to be successful, and we do everything in our power to help them to succeed. And one thing I do want to brag about all three of you is all three of our elementary magnet schools are National Blue Ribbon schools, which mean they are among the best public and private schools in the whole country. So what does that mean to you to have that distinction? Christy?
We are very proud to be a National Blue Ribbon school. It's the highest honor that any public or private school may achieve, and our students have worked very hard to achieve this, and it was based on their test scores. So we are very proud and look forward to applying for another National Blue Ribbon Award in the future.
We're proud of not only our students, but our teachers as well. We have a stellar staff that excels, as well as our students. They're always learning and growing. Our professional development at council is amazing. We're an international school, so that requires mainly for teachers that they continue with their professional development as an international school.
Ms. Adams, you have the newest National Blue Ribbon.
Yes, we do. And that we're very proud of. One of the things, though, that both of the ladies talked about that I think it's important to reiterate is we have a faculty and staff that is always achieving right alongside of our students. But even still, we have programs for our parents because a lot is required. And so we want everybody to be able to work together as a unit in order to make achievements, be it Blue Ribbon or any other national awards. More than anything else, we're looking for individual success, which in turn brings about success to our entire school.
That's right, I love that focus on success and helping our students succeed. Well, we have to break for commercial, but coming up when we get back, we're going to talk to each of these principals about their specific programs at their magnet schools, as the window to apply is now open. So stay with us.
What's the matter, baby? You're not feeling good?
School-aged children are at a higher risk of getting and spreading germs and viruses. To help protect the spread, students are encouraged to stay home when sick. Parents, it's important for your child to remain at home at least 24 hours after they no longer have a fever of 100 degrees or higher without the use of medications. Please help us maintain a healthy learning environment.
Welcome back to Homeroom. Today we're learning about our magnet schools. You may know that we have 8 magnet schools in Mobile County Public Schools. That includes 3 elementary schools and 4 middle schools in our brand new middle school, Barton Academy. But right now we're learning about our elementary schools, and joining me I have Christy Norris, who's the principal of the Old Shell Road School for Creative and Performing Arts. And that just sounds like a fantastic place to learn the arts. So tell me, what do you offer there at Old Shell Road?
Renee, we offer music, dance, art, and drama classes, and it is a fantastic place. Our teachers are wonderful. They are experts in their crafts, and they have a wonderful way to teach the children, and our students excel in these areas. And our classroom teachers are able to integrate these arts into their regular classroom activities.
Because studies show that if you do the arts, you perform better academically, don't you?
Yes, especially in the areas of mathematics.
And so if I'm a parent and I love the arts, but maybe my child doesn't know how to sing or dance yet, can they come to Old Shell Road and learn those skills?
Of course, you would be amazed at how well the children will advance after being in the teachers' classrooms. It is just incredible to see the difference that it will make.
And I know this year's different with COVID, and that we've done the remote learning and now we're back in the schools. So are you still practicing the dancing and the art? Is your school very much hands-on and doing these things?
Oh yes, they definitely are continuing the classes, and even the students who are learning remotely have the teachers make videos. They have live instruction, so they're participating as well.
And so tell me, what does a dance class look like?
The dance class, the teacher has different types of dances. The last unit of study she did through the decades. So she introduced students to dances through, she started with the 50s, she went through the 60s, 70s, 80s, and so she danced in costumes of those different eras and introduced children to all of those different types of decades and the different types of dances that were popular during those times. And the children experienced that and learned a little about the culture during those times.
Heard the dress and what was going on culturally.
Yes.
And that goes along with the music, correct? Because I've seen some fantastic musicals at Ladin and a lot of good performances at Old Shell Road. So what are you doing in your music classes?
We work on everything from the written music, learning to all about rhythm and learning different types of scales and such, to playing different instruments. We have all types of rhythmic instruments, to singing, and during the year the children work on live performances, and on a typical year they will have full-length musicals.
And I love the musicals. They are so high quality because you're learning how to do it properly. That's all the time we have for this segment, but coming back, we'll learn more about council and Eichhold Merck, so stay tuned.
When it comes to getting your child through school, at times it can be overwhelming.
What school to choose, what classes to take, how to apply for college.
To help answer these questions and more, we would like to invite you to join us on Parent Connect as we take an in-depth look at some of the issues and concerns you may have about your child's education.
So get connected with Parent Connect, weekly right here on the MCPSS TV network.
Welcome back to Homeroom. Today we're learning about our magnet schools, in particular our elementary magnet schools. You've heard from Old Shell Road, and now joining me I have Hattie Alexander, the principal of Council Traditional School. So tell me, what is a Council Traditional School? What do you do there?
Well, Council is an international baccalaureate primary years program. So primarily we have a framework for those that want to move forward and be in a full-fledged IB program, middle school IB program, or high school. And so we teach our children through that program through units of inquiry. Each of our grade levels house 6 units that they teach throughout the year. And they have developed those on their own as teachers working, that aligns also with the school system's curriculum. And we also offer foreign language to our children. We're very excited about our pre-K Spanish immersion program that we started a year ago, where our students have a Spanish teacher. We have 2 units and one with a Spanish teacher that works with them. And they flip the lesson. So the teacher teaches the lesson in English, and then the Spanish teacher turns the lesson around in Spanish. And all of our children take Spanish from kindergarten through 5th grade. And by the time they get to middle school, they're quite fluent in that language. So we're really proud of that. Again, in the international program, we also feature the character education component of that program, in which the children learn to the learner profiles, and so they carry those out through not only the way that they act, but the things that they do, and a lot of them participate and initiate things that we never would think of as caring children, principled children, knowledgeable. So those are some of the things that we do at Council.
And we're pretty blessed in Mobile County because there aren't very many international baccalaureate elementary schools. So you're one of those, and you feed into Phillips, which is an international baccalaureate middle school. and then those children can go on to high school at either Davidson or Murphy for those IB programs, or they're prepared for any of our fantastic high school programs. So why do you think it's important to have this international, global focus, even as young as elementary school?
Well, I think it's important that we begin to teach our children very early that that this is a global society. Many of our children, who knows, they may be working in other countries when they come into their careers. So throughout their life, they will be faced with that. And so we feel like teaching them young to be accepting is very important.
In particular, Mobile, we're a port city, and so there is that focus on international relations and foreign language. And I've heard that a good thing about council is having those foreign languages. So tell us about those.
Again, we have our foreign language begins in pre-K, and with the immersion, which the kids just flourish in that program. Our kids even participate in programs where they use their Spanish. The last program that we had, even with COVID, was our Grandparents' Day, and it was embedded in Spanish. And the kids had posters and sayings that they taped and had it put all together and sent out to our grandparents. And of course, it was thanking them for being awesome grandparents.
And I know one thing at council you pride yourself on is that when the students leave, they're about a year ahead of schedule, aren't they, grade-wise?
They are. They are. When they leave here, leave council, they are very much advanced and usually have no problem moving into whatever middle school, and certainly the feeder middle school, which is Phillips. And many have expressed to us that our children have to be taught almost on a college and high school level in the foreign language once they get to middle school, because they have learned so much in elementary school.
That's right, and it's that college prep focus, the traditional school. So do you think it's important for students who need that advancement, who need that harder work to do?
Yes, I think it's very important. And a big component of that is the organization that we teach our children. I've heard many compliments about how when they leave us that they're so well organized and they just fit in to the preparatory mode. I personally can say that organization, my children went to the council as well, and that organizational skill has transcended into them being good adult workers in their fields.
And one thing I've enjoyed about going to council is when you have your history day and your days when you're focusing on the different countries. So can you tell us about those?
We have, in the month of November, we have what we call a global tour. And we have it organized where each grade level will get a chance to go around to see and hear the information. And that's a learning opportunity. I always tell my teachers, no matter what interruption you think it is, it's really not. It's all of this is learning and teaching our children. And it takes more than just classroom experiences, those experiences outside of the classroom as well. And we take fantastic trips with our kids. One that I'm very proud of that we had just a year ago was to DC, where we took 80 people. That included parents and students. And we flew to DC, and there was so much history that they learned. And so again, classroom is very important, but things that are outside of the classroom as well help to mold our children.
And those are the lessons and the field trips that they'll remember forever. So thank you for joining us today. We have to break for commercial. And when we come back, we'll learn more about Eichhold Mertz School of Math, Science, and Technology.
Each month, more than 90 guns are reported stolen from unlocked vehicles, creating the potential of serious injury or death.
Lock it up.
Many violent acts and crimes are committed with stolen guns.
Lock it up.
According to ATF, stolen guns pose a substantial threat to public safety.
Lock it up.
Be responsible. Take time to record your handgun serial number and secure it from thieves. Lock it up.
Lock it up for me.
Welcome back to Homeroom. We have a fantastic show today where we're learning about our elementary magnet schools. We've heard from Old Shell Road and Council, and now joining us we have Michelle Adams, who's the principal at the Eichel-Mertz School of Math, Science, and Technology, home of the investigators. Tell us about Eichel-Mertz.
Eichel-Mertz is a wonderful place to be each day because you never know what's going to happen next. You never know when something will run down the hall towards you, or a chicken will lay an egg, or there'll be a new discovery in one of the science labs. You hear a lot of aha moments with mathematics. So, and children buzz around with tablets, devices of all types, and find corners to learn. You know, many people will say it takes special people to be in that building, but more than anything, it takes caring people to want to be in the building, because we not only care for two-legged individuals such as students, but we try to teach our students to care for animals, those things that are living. Our smallest of petri dishes have living organisms inside. So you want to teach that compassion, but you also want to fuel a desire to know why, because they will ask you from time to time. So it is a day of discovery. It is a school filled with wonder and amazement.
And besides inside, you have the animals, and on the outside you have a garden and a composting pile. So
Yes.
Tell us about those.
Okay, we have quite a few items in which we try to teach children how to live off of our land. So we do a lot of growing, we do a lot of planting. We also have things that we don't necessarily have products that come from them, but we do have a tree trail. We have established an outdoor classroom that we're working on groundbreaking. We have 4 technology labs. Many of our children have their own devices because we're a BYOD school within the district. We also have a math lab in which our children go and they use hands-on to discover, to figure out, and to learn how to solve problems.
So what is a typical day like at Eichel-Mertz, or is there a typical day?
No, it's not a typical day. Every day is different. But our children go to labs every day for 45 minutes. They go to either an outdoor classroom, a general science, a mathematics, or a technology lab, each and every day for 45 minutes for grades kindergarten through 5th. And within those classrooms, they are working on products or projects of some type to fuel learning. Also, they have a regular classroom or homeroom teacher, and that homeroom teacher is also AMSTI trained, so they are working hands-on with manipulatives, with science experiments. Like I said, something is always growing or evaporating or changing color in some corner of a classroom in our building.
Now, you've been at Eichel-Mertz for a while, and you've been there through, what, 4 different campuses as you've moved. You were part of Chickasaw, and then we'd split,
Yes.
and all this other thing, and now you're located on Government Street. But what makes Eichel-Mertz such a special place to you and to be the principal at?
The people. Bottom line, the people, from the faculty and staff who have joined in that move each and every year, even name changes. It's the people inside. It's our parents who drive from as far as Centennial and as far as Grand Bay each and every day and on time. It makes a huge difference. And so I've seen the evolvement of the school to, it really is a family atmosphere. It really is a family in and of itself.
You're our most recent Blue Ribbon School, and we were there the day when you got to announce that to the students, and there were lots of tears and crying and happy joy. And I do want to brag on you. You were named a Terrell Bell Principal, which is one of the top awards from the U.S. Department of Education, as well as Hattie Alexander, who was on in our last segment, which just goes to show the high quality of instructional leadership going on in our schools. So tell us, what's that like for you and for Hattie to have this big recognition?
Well, I have to speak as far as just this past year and how overwhelming it was to be recognized for what you do every day. It's not often that people say, hey, you're doing a good job, but it gives you the feedback, and it also gives you the strength and the encouragement to keep going and to try for another level. You don't want to rest on your laurels because you know that people are counting on you, but not only that, they're encouraging you and motivating you that we need more, we need better, let's keep moving. And that means a lot. That means a lot to me.
I love that let's keep moving. In Mobile County, we want to win these awards and we're going to keep on moving. So thank you for what you do at Eichhold-Mertz. We have to break for commercial. And when we come back, we'll talk to the 3 elementary magnet school principals again about what you can do to apply to enroll in one of our magnet schools. So stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Helena Tyler. I would like to invite you to join me for Inside Education. Come with us as we take a look at what's happening around Mobile County Public Schools, as well as what's happening in your child's classroom. That's Inside Education, right here on the MCPSS TV network.
Welcome back to Homeroom. Today we've been learning about our elementary magnet schools as you can apply for those. They are Council Traditional School, Eichhold-Mertz School of Math, Science, and Technology, and Old Shell Road School for Creative and Performing Arts. And I've got the principals of those schools with me today, and I want to ask Michelle, how do you apply for magnet school?
You apply online. You know, everything is online now, but you go to www.mcpss.com. Look down at the bottom of the page, and it says Apply For. Click on. In that field, you'll see things such as pre-K, but more specifically, you'll see magnet school. Click that on and complete the application. The application is all online, but remember you will need your child's social security number in which to do so. At the end, you will receive a number that lets you know that it has been accepted. The time to apply is now. Applications are open now through the 1st of December, December the 4th to be exact.
That's right, so go ahead and apply now. And I know with COVID-19, normally we would be doing tours where people could go into the buildings and look at them, but we've had to limit that due to the pandemic. So Hattie, tell us, how are y'all letting people know about your schools without them being able to do those tours?
Well, we have an ad in the Parent Magazine. We're also putting it on our website, our local website, Council's website, as well as the district level website for magnet school and the district's communication page. So those are ways that you will see information from each of our schools. We'll have a mini tour that you can see virtually.
Right, so I would say follow the Facebook pages of the schools, check their websites, follow Mobile County Public Schools Facebook page so you can learn more. And so one final question, Christy, why should people apply for a magnet school?
The magnet schools offer specialized programs that can't be found anywhere else, and it is crucial that you go ahead and apply, because if you don't, then you will not be able to get in.
That's right, so those specialized programs that we learned about today at Old Shell Road, it's the art, the dancing, and the music, and at Eichhold-Mertz it's the science and math, and at Council it's that International Baccalaureate Global Focus. We have so much going on in Mobile County Public Schools at those 3 elementary magnet schools and at our 5 middle schools. And so you can visit our website and our Facebook page to learn more. But thank you so much for joining us for this episode of Homeroom. We'll see you next time.